Welcome to Cybersecurity Awareness Month. If you don't know what the podcast name is by now, I don't know what to tell you because we've changed this thing about 15 times. So, what's going on, Matt? What's going on?
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered. It's unfiltered cybersecurity talk.
Yeah, I was letting you guys go because I'm unfiltered all the time, so that just doesn't end well for me sometimes.
Maybe that's why I'm quiet sometimes, because if I open my mouth, it comes out unfiltered and gets me in trouble. So
you can pretty much say whatever you want on here, well, within reason, I suppose. So
within reason that gets me.
Yeah. So this is the 21st year of Cybersecurity Awareness Month.
Wow. Does that mean you can drink?
We all know that we're old when we know that cybersecurity awareness can drink now.
So, and on this episode of Drunk Cybersecurity,
in 4 years it can rent a car.
Anyway,
and get better insurance.
So speaking of needing a drink, what's happening with JLR?
Yeah, I think JLR is teaching all of us a lesson. Not a good lesson for them, but a good lesson for all of us. So if you haven't been paying attention, we've covered this over the last couple episodes. Jaguar Land Rover had a cyber attack on September 1st, and they said that they planned on being back up to full production by October 1st, and that didn't happen. They did relaunch some production, but it's limited. It's a pilot restart. They're saying their full operations are weeks away.
Weeks. Oh.
Weeks, and this is a month in. So there's some craziness going on. Let's see here. Right now, the pilot relaunch is 15% of the plant's capacity. They're saying normal operations at the very earliest would be the last week of October.
So they want to open for 15%. I wonder how long they can actually do that because of supply chain issues. Because you got some of these smaller companies out there that have laid people off because they can't pay them, and now they're going to get supply. And now are they going to be able to get the parts? Yeah,
and I mean the government there, the UK government is offering a £500 million supplier support package. Mm-hmm. It's commercial loans. They're short-term commercial loans. They're government guaranteed, which is, I guess, cool for the suppliers. But I mean, the government's stepping up here when they didn't. I mean, they're trying to help the country, obviously, because this is affecting, in September alone, this was a 0.4% contraction of the UK's overall manufacturing output. Mm-hmm. Just this.
So government stepping in to help, and
yeah, and
not enough.
And some people are complaining it's not enough. It's like, well, Jaguar Land Rover is owned by a huge conglomerate too. Maybe they should step up to the plate and offer these suppliers a lifeline. Because let's be real, if their suppliers are all gone or significantly impacted by the time they actually can restart, like Bob said, there's not restarting. This isn't like you can just fix this overnight.
And this is not a government hand.
No, it's the loans.
They're doing for this. This is the government saying. Am I back?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to live internet, guys.
You're back.
Yeah, what it said was what I saw was the government is backing loans, but they're not making these as handouts.
No, they're gonna have to repay them. If they can't, obviously, then the government will step up and do it. I don't know what the interest rates are on these. I didn't dig that deep into it, but 3 small specialized component suppliers in the West Midlands region have already filed for administration, which is a form of bankruptcy protection. Mm-hmm. So, there's some large tier ones that have just basically laid off labor, just straight up laid them off. So, the interesting part about this attack right now, and the reason it's taking so long to come back online, is it's rumored, allegedly, and I say allegedly, right, that there's a compromised third-party software provider that led to this. That's where they're looking. So the reason that it's taking so long to come back online is they're so connected in their manufacturing facilities, they don't know how it happened, and they're still trying to figure that out. And to come back online too soon,
oh man,
yeah, it could just lead to it being done again.
They can still be there.
So this is crazy. Yeah. This is
So there could be some persistence involved there, and they're not even sure. Goodness,
they have third parties in there trying to figure it out. So we'll see.
Well, okay. So without knowing anything about the environment, you look at manufacturing and the equipment used in general. A lot of times you're finding old versions of Windows sitting out there just to run that controller. So yeah, there's a lot of cleanup work to do there.
Well, we don't know too. Did they have separation of their networks, like their OT that's doing their manufacturing separated from their IT properly? So like,
Who knows?
Yeah. So again, they're highly connected manufacturing. They rely on just in time for delivery and stuff like that. So this is a really interesting case that I think is really needs to make people think, because this is happening in the UK. Easily could happen here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say something like this happened to like GM, Ford, Stellantis here. Yeah. Like in my region, it would crush. What
would happen up by you if that happened?
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm out. Peace out, guys. I'm done. If that happens here, I'm done. But because there are so many companies here tied to that industry, and like I said I think last week, I've met companies that have 80-90% of their revenue come from another, either a tier one or from like one of the big three in general, which is terrifying. Like if this happens, and you could go outside the auto industry for this. Go to any industry where there's people that supply to them. So manufacturing in general is just kind of a dangerous game to play. You really need to kind of make sure that you have a customer base that is diverse, that doesn't cover one industry, because look at what it's doing to the UK.
On everything else, it's just falls downhill.
Yeah. So, I feel bad for the people over there. I feel bad for the people that are involved there. But hopefully they're better. Like I said before, they did switch their IT provider to the same one that two other companies have had attacks from. So
seems to be a problem.
There's a correlation there for sure. So, you got to pick your providers wisely. Enforcing providers on certain companies isn't necessarily a good idea either.
Not to get all conspiracy theorists here, but like I feel like there's one or two directions that can go. There's some incompetence involved, or is there something inside here? Not to point fingers, but it's a pretty high correlation. Or is there some vendor that this provider uses that has something inside?
I mean, we've seen before.
I'm distracted. My dog just stole my snack apple off my desk and ran to the other end of my office.
That's funny, but
it's gone.
You just got apple attacked or something, right?
I just got apple attacked.
Yeah, nothing like getting fleeced down by your dog.
But I thought apples didn't get hacked.
The apples don't get viruses. Different apple, Bob. Different apple.
To be clear, if it runs software, it can be hacked. Yeah. Actually, it doesn't have to run software, but like guaranteed, if it runs software, any level of software. I mean, you've seen the number of 0 days that Apple's had in the last year has been crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could talk about the ISO 17 and some of the changes there and whatnot, where there's a lot of changes there that are kind of, making it so that maybe in the future that those can't be hacked as much. But yeah, so I don't know. Cybersecurity Awareness Month is going to teach us a lot. I think this is a teaching and a learning moment for companies all over the world, really. Like, what do you do? Do you have a plan? I put a poll out on LinkedIn, and people aren't really engaging with it as much, but the poll was like, it was talking about this. Is like, how long would your business be down after cyber attack? Mm-hmm. Would it be 1 day or less, 3 days or less, 7 days or less, or I'm blank? Like, you're done. Or it's going to be a situation like where Land Rover Jaguar is, or Jaguar Land Rover, I guess, JLR. So maybe people don't want to answer that either. Like, I put the poll out there, but I'm like wondering if people just are scared to answer it because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or they never thought about it.
Yeah, or they never thought about it, and they don't want to be the first ones. So, I know, like for our business, because of the way that we are, we're back up and running. Like, if something really did happen, we'd be back up and running in like less than a day. Most of our customers, same deal, right? Unless there's like some sort of investigation that has to happen or something like that. Obviously, if there's a legal investigation that has to happen or something like that, you're not going to be back up in a day. That's impossible because you might have restrictions. Like if your cyber insurance is stopping you from resuming business, okay, and that's something that people need to think about too. Jaguar Land Rover can't start up because they don't know where the attack's coming from. So even though they probably have the ability to restore their systems, they just can't come back online because they need to find out what the source was.
Yep.
So how many people think of that? Have you guys do your customers think about that? I know mine wouldn't. Yeah.
No, we actually got called into somebody after after their IT guys did their restores.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's bad.
Whoops.
FYI, don't say that.
So think about that. Like if you're listening to this, if you have a business, obviously think about that. Do you have a plan? But even if you have a plan, you need to test it, and then there's going to be some curveballs thrown at you, right? Yeah. See, Matt's dog knows all about this.
Now she's banging on the door, whining.
She's upset. Yeah, she's upset.
She's a cybersecurity doggy.
She knows this is serious, and she's upset. It's okay. It's okay to not understand this, but like you gotta face the music, right? So many people are ignorant, and it's not their fault. I'm just saying they're ignorant because they don't know what could happen, and they don't have a plan to like recover from it. And you sit here and you have these situations. So if you have a business, make sure you know. Then test it, and then hire an expert. Matt's dog knows. Matt's dog's gonna hire one of us.
Stole my stapler for real.
There we go.
So stole your apple and a stapler?
Yes. This is her when she gets upset.
Your dog is klepto, man. What's up
My
with
dog's
that?
a klepto. Big attitude.
But
so next week we'll do something fun around Cybersecurity Awareness Month and make it a little more entertaining and less dramatic than talking about Jaguar again.
Less dramatic. Oh no, we'll have a JLR update. Maybe we'll have a JLR update, maybe not. But like less dramatic, I don't know about that. We're bringing drama to this case.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Anyway, guys, let's see you guys next week. And if you guys have any cyber issues, anything you want to talk about cyber related, you want anything that we should talk about on this podcast, because sometimes we go off on a tangent. Post it where you see this. Reach out to any of us, and we'll see you guys next week.